Wow, that's not the COVID. That was just me getting ready to talk and being surprised and sucking in some of my Mai Tai into my windpipes. Hello, Boozeketeers. It's Tuesday night. Once again for the time-honored weekly tradition of Cocktales with Tiki King. Yes, the show that delves into the deep mysteries of why you watch. Hey, good to see you. Good to see y'all. Hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday night. This is the third day of the week according to some calendars, but that doesn't matter. Don't let it get you down. Don't be like, oh, third day of the week. What the heck? You know, celebrate. Celebrate with me right here on this show. What a great idea. We're here, you know. We're in the Wicked Wedge. We're here with Captain Boozenannas. Hey, yeah, yep. Yeah. And we're trying out a new thing. We're trying a new camera angle to see, just because before, producer Maggie was up on the roof using a telephoto lens, so sometimes it got a little weird. But so we're trying to see. I can back up, go back here by the flags and stuff, by my pirate buddy. Yeah, I can come all the way forward. Yeah, I can hide slightly. I can lurking now. Yeah. So how's the audio? I hope the audio is good. We're also trying out a new hidden microphone method. That's the method to our madness. Hidden microphone. Yeah. So you can hear me later talking about you guys when I forget to shut off the phone. So hey, hope everybody's doing well. I hope Aaron isn't playing bagpipes right now and drawing everybody away. He is? Oh, see how he is. Well, thanks for staying here with me. Watch his show later, for gosh sake. I'm telling you. He does it every single night. And I'm only here once a week. So choose wisely. So what's going on? Well, as I said, I'm just enjoying a fine Trader Vic's Mai Tai. I've been on a, I say Trader Vic's Mai Tai, not just Mai Tai. Because two reasons. One, it's a Trader Vic's recipe. And two, it's actually using Trader Vic's Mai Tai concentrate. And one of the reasons that it also is because you might notice the sprig of mint here, which is complete. I picked it right off the bush. I'm growing a big mint bush in the kitchen. It's taking over, which started out as I bought some I don't know what they call it, live spices or something. It was like in the cooler section of the store, and it was like a little thing, sprig of mint, and it had dirt at the bottom. And so I stuck that dirt in a solo cup full of potting soil, and now I've had to replant it a couple times because it's like a mint tree up in the kitchen. But also, yeah. So I got my hands on some highly desirable stuff. One is Trader Vic's Mai Tai concentrate, which is not like if you go to the store and get Trader Vic's Mai Tai mix. This is not that. If you go to order Trader Vic's Mai Tai mix, it's not that either. This is the stuff they use in the bar. It's the concentrate. It's it's a concentrate. You put in rum, you put in lime juice, you put in the concentrate, and you get the bar Mai Tai. This is what you get if you just walk into a Trader Vic's and you don't specify and just say Mai Tai. You'll get this, which is a couple ounces of rum and the Mai Tai concentrate and lime juice, and you shake it up and sprig of mint. Good to go. So hey, last week we talked about some things, you and I. That's right. We discussed those awkward situations that you might find yourself in, such as people saying, "Why do you buy such cheap booze?" And you say, "Well, because I'm cheap." But we talked about how there was this product, whiskey wood, for getting wood while drinking whiskey, for putting wood in your whiskey, which sounds dirty. But we tried out. Do you remember? I remember. I was there. I was here. You were there, and I was here. But I talked to you there. So I dropped a couple of those into a handle of cheap booze, and a week later, it tastes like a handle of inexpensive booze. It's good. No, it actually did exactly what it says that it would do, which is it mellowed it slightly, gave it a little hint of oak and vanilla. I don't know it's supposedly just wood that's charred. I don't know. I mean, There's no ingredients. It just is wood, char. Yeah, so would I recommend it? Would I recommend it? Well, so on the open market, I got these on sale, which is why I decided to try them. But on the open market, these are going to cost you like $15. So if you take a $15 handle of whiskey and put in $15 chunks of wood, you're going to get what tastes like a $30 bottle of whiskey. So I would have to say, these might be good to get. It might be good to, drop a couple bucks and have these in the cupboard for when you find that bottle left over after the party, and you're like, wow, someone was drinking this, and then you can throw these in, and then you drink it. So, but as far as dropping $15 on these to make a $15 bottle of whiskey, a $30 bottle of whiskey, why not just buy the $30 bottle of whiskey? That's kind of my thing, like I said. But as an emergency tool, not bad to have around. Not bad to have around. Or if you're making your own whiskey, and you don't have time to, or you don't have barrels, you don't have like gigantic American bourbon barrels that have been charred and all that stuff, then, like I said, Boozeketeer Lucky, he sticks them in his whiskey there. I'm not going to complain about it. Microphone. That just probably caused a big audio issue. But so what are we doing tonight? What are we doing? I never know usually. I don't know what's going on half the time. On the other half, I don't even worry about it. So, well, tonight, for those of you who did not look at the spoilers, we're making the Tiki Puka Puka, which is a Trader Vic's original drink, as far as I know. But the reason that we're making that tonight is because it uses one of the things that I got, which is this is the Trader Vic's Bar Grog Concentrate, which is basically a sweet, spicy additive that you use in various cocktails. One of them would be the Navy Grog, hence the name Grog. So, what is it? What is it that we're making? Do you know? I might have forgotten already. We're making the Tiki Puka Puka, and what is in it? Tiki Grog, that's why we're making it. But there's other things as well. Shaker, which we will put ice in, because that's how we roll. I believe the actual recipe of this calls for either you can shake or you can blend it in a blender. But since I'm not having a blender at the moment, I'm just going to shake it. Do. It's nice. We got, so you probably can't see it back there. We put in a new shelf here in the Wicked Wench, which helps reduce some of the clutter on the bar when I'm doing the show. I can, be a little open. So the Tiki Puka Puka, we're putting in. Got a shaker half filled with crushed ice, and then we need some orange juice. Now, those of you who are possibly Tiki Puka Puka aficionados, the original recipe, not the recipe they generally make, but the original recipe called for an ounce of lime juice, or an ounce of lemon juice, and an ounce of orange juice. But it's better without the lemon juice. The lemon juice doesn't really do anything for it, which is probably why they removed it eventually from the standard recipe. You can try it though. I always say, give it a try, see what happens. So, 1 ounce of orange juice. We're going to go with a 1/4 ounce of the Trader Vic's Grog Concentrate. Give it a shake, just because I like to. Oh, smell. Hold on. Gotta get producer Maggie to just a little whiff of that. Spicy. So, one of the things that this, well, I'll talk about that in a second. So this, so we're going to need a 1/4 ounce of this. Don't I have ounces on here? No. Yes. No. Yes. This stuff you use sparingly. Like I said, it's concentrate. It's not. This is not the regular syrup that you would use. So, concentrate there. And so, what is that stuff? It's spicy stuff. It's spicy good stuff. If you don't have that, which most of you probably do not, hopefully you have something called allspice dram or pimento dram, which are the same thing. Allspice dram, pimento dram. So allspice dram is made from allspice berries and basically simple syrup and stuff. You toast them, grind them up, and steep them in alcohol and then mix sugar water into them. Pimento dram is made by taking allspice berries and toasting them and then grinding them up and adding in sugar water. Because they're the same thing. Because, why? Science. Because the pimento tree grows allspice berries. That's the seed. But the pimento from the pimento tree, also called the Jamaican pepper, is the little red thing that's in an olive in the martini olives. So kind of all comes around. It's like the great circle. That's the circle of booze. Yeah. So there you go. If you can't get allspice dram or pimento dram, there's a recipe on my website tikiking.com on the cocktail database. Look it up, allspice dram. Unfortunately, it takes like a month to make, so it's not like you can whip it up tonight. So don't bother. So got the allspice dram. We're going with 1/4 ounce of grenadine. I would use something. I'm using a brand called Cocktail Artist, which is it's what I could find. It's a little better than Rose's because it has a little more of the actual like grenadine-y flavor to it. Because grenadine syrup is sort of like a pomegranate syrup, but if you buy Rose's, it's basically kind of sugar water dyed red. But it does the job, for when you need to. So what else? Okay, grenadine. We're gonna put in some light rum. I'm going to anger the gods now with, not the gods, but the purists, because I'm using Bacardi Gold for my light rum. But in a second you'll know why I say what I say, or maybe you won't. You'll be like, there's no reason for you to say anything that you say, ever. So light rum. Now the dark rum we're using tonight is one of my favorite. This has become probably my favorite of the. It's not really it's a moderately dark rum. It's not dark like Myers or something, but Plantation, Overproof, the OFTD. This stuff has got the funk. It's got the taste. It's you could actually drink this just on the rocks. It's good stuff. Plantation Overproof rum, OFTD, as they say in the Netherlands. They probably don't. I don't know anything about that. Then, because we want to throw caution to the wind, we're going to use 151, which is flammable. Yes. No, we're not lighting it on fire. Not tonight. Settle down. Because, sometimes you need that extra kick to push you over the edge. So we're putting in 1 ounce of this. Because now here's the thing. I know what some of you are saying. You're like, you're putting in Overproof rum and 151? Yes, I am. And thanks for asking. Alrighty. So that's it. Crushed ice. Shaker. I love that sound. All the way up to the top. Fantastic. Well, so here's where it gets tricky. Technically, the garnish, I'm supposed to have put in a gardenia that I have scented with orange flower water, which I have no gardenias, unfortunately. But it's got to be something around here. Oh, yes. Why, thank you. Captain Boozenannas is providing us with a sprig of mint from my very own garden. What? It was you, wasn't it? Yeah, now you're going to act dead. Okay, so we're going to garnish that with a sprig of fresh mint. How about that? A couple of straws. Now, there we go. And this is in a Trader Vic's mug. This is the Trader Vic's sort of mascot guy mug. So I figured that was appropriate. Let's give it a try, shall we? I've never had one of these before. So interesting. It is. It is interesting. It's not. This is a. Not my favorite. I'll drink it anyway, but it's not my favorite. See, I'm kind of. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking it might need the lemon juice, personally, because this is. It has a fairly sweet profile, even though it's got so much rum in it. It reminds me. It does remind me a bit of a Navy grog. It's a pretty stout drink. You want to give it a try? Okay. But I'm thinking I might toss in some lemon juice, which is part of the original recipe, and see what that does. I think it could do with being a little more sour. What do you think? Should I do it? Let's give it a try. Let's find out. I'll be right back. You guys entertain yourselves. Okay, so let's see. Let's that's kind of what the show's all about, is finding out what the deal is. Because I don't actually know what the deal is, but we're gonna find out. I don't know unless I'm missing something. I don't think so, though. I researched a few different recipes. Orange juice, got that. Grog concentrate, put that in there. Grenadine, light rum, dark rum, 151, fresh ice. So, I don't know. It's all the stuff. Okay, so now we've added back in the missing ingredient. So let's see what happens. Now I think, I don't know, it's not particularly tropical drink sweet. It does kind of, like I said, it reminds me of the Navy grog, which is also not a particularly sweet drink. But I do know one thing. Ounce of light rum, ounce of dark rum, ounce of 151. So we're looking at the equivalent of about 4 ounces of booze in this drink normally. But maybe maybe my addition of the overproof, maybe that threw the whole thing off, because this is so the OFTD is clocking in 69%. So that's 138 proof. Is that right? I don't know, 69. A party. Yeah. So it could be that extra percentage might have kicked things into gear, as it were. And this could be one of those drinks that gets better and better the more of them you drink, until after your second one, and then you wake up later and they tell you about how fun it was. Which happens. That happens sometimes. This could be one of those. I will say this. It's surprisingly drinkable for as strong as it is. It's basically, like I said, it's a lot of booze and a little bit of other stuff. I mean, 4 ounces, give or take, of It's the equivalent of 400, and then math. So you add that in and then subtract, but then ounce of orange juice, and so it's only so the only things that aren't booze is an ounce and a half of stuff. I don't know. Maybe it needs more pimento dram. I don't know. I don't know. That stuff's spicy. It does have a very clovey sort of thing going on in this grog mix. So I don't know. What are the recommended uses?
It's Christmassy.
Christmassy. It is definitely Christmassy. I'll bet this would be really good in some tea, along with booze. You know. I don't know. What's in it? Apparently soy, peanuts, eggs, milk, shellfish, and fish. They warn you, so I'm guessing that's in there. I don't know. I can't see the fish. Yeah, I don't see them in there. But you never know. You don't know where things are swimming. You don't know. You don't know who's been monkeying around. No, not monkeys. But you don't know who's been monkeying around putting. It could be sea monkeys in there. Would they have to list that, or could they call those fish? They're technically tadpole shrimp, I think. But if they could sea monkeys be considered fish? Because they wouldn't put that. I don't think they'd put that on the ingredients list. Made in a facility that processes sea monkeys. That would be off-putting, I think. Think about it. Your kid, 7 years old, he's making you a Tiki Puka Puka, and he's all, "Hey, Dad, what's in the grog mix? Oh my God, my sea monkeys!" It kind of ruins Christmas at that point. Because, understandably, you didn't have to put the sea monkey eggs in the grog mix, but you did anyway, because you're like that. I know how you people are. It's getting better every sip. I'm telling you. So anyways, Boozeketeers. So I have heard people say that they use the resource, which is the Tiki King cocktail database, on an almost daily basis, which is worrisome because you're going to start catching up with me pretty soon. But no, so like I said, pimento dram. If you want to make it, it's on the thing that I was talking about. Place. There's a place with knowledge. I don't know what it means. Pimento dram. It's on the Tiki King cocktail database, but it's not called that. It's not called that. The secret handshake is called allspice dram, because people freak out about pimento dram. They're like, "Oh, it's gonna taste like a martini olive. I don't want to put that in my drink." But it's not. Even though it is, it's not. But it is. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. But there's also there's other stuff on there too. There's ways to make simple syrups. There's secret bartending tips. There's all kinds of fun stuff. I would say go on there, poke around. There's also, hey, howdy, hey. There's a list of all the drinks, I believe, that I've made on the show. Boozeketeer Kim was saying, "I wish there was a way to look up the drinks that you make on the show." And I said, "Well, it's pretty easy because I put them on the thing when I say spoilers." So, but she suggested that I list them in the comments, which I don't know if that would be helpful because, like I said, you can just go to the website anytime. You guys are Boozeketeers. You're savvy. You have the you know how to make toast. I'm just saying. But if you go to the cocktail database, there's all kinds of stuff on there. There's all kinds of places and things. And I guess as long as you know what the name of the drink is, you can look it up. But if you don't know what the name of the drink is, then you probably don't need my help anyway, because I already said it. So what are you guys drinking? Did anyone shake along? Probably not, because who has allspice dram? Nobody. Who has Trader Vic's grog concentrate? I do, apparently, because I used it. That's my proof. We could go to court about that, but trust me, that could cost thousands of lives and take up to 30 minutes of my valuable time. You people. What else? There was other things I was going to talk about, but I didn't put them in my notes. So I might have to make it up. I don't know. I hope everybody's enjoying their quarantine time. I was talking to Boozeketeer Turk last night, and he went out to one of his favorite drinking establishments, and he said the drink wasn't quite like he remembered. And I said, well, there's a couple of reasons. He was saying, yeah, I don't know, maybe they got new bartenders, maybe, different recipe, maybe they had different kinds of rum. And I said, or it could be because, like me, you've been mixing your own drinks, and they're probably like 10 times stronger than anything you're going to get in a bar. So that's going to be one of the issues with going back from quarantine, is we're going to have to readjust because, it's like you're at home, and you're like, come on, okay, an ounce to what are you saying, 3 ounces? 4, what? Is that too much? What? I have a feeling that there's some people are heavy pourers, and when you go back to the real world out there, just brace yourself. Don't be disappointed. Just remember that's how it used to be in the olden days, back before the car and before the rocket ships that took us to Mars, where we harvested our own pimento berries from the Martian soil, which is fertile and rich and filled with volcanoes. We used to do things, and some of those things were making our own drinks. But don't fret, because it won't do any good. What it does do is, one thing, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm going to let you in. You guys are my friends. Okay, here's my friends. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If you go to a bar and you get a drink and it doesn't seem very strong, don't complain about it. Don't be like, hey, what is there, booze in this or what? Because then you'll probably just get more saliva in your next one. That's all I'm saying. But here's the thing. Treat your bartenders well. Treat your servers well. And if you want a drink that's a little stout, just, slide a $5 across and say, hey, can I get a little love? And more than likely, the bartender's going to say, let me take care of that for you. But if you just complain about it, trust me, you get nothing. I mean, unless you're going to really like the Marriott, in which case you might need to slide a 10 across. I don't know. I don't have the current price sheet. But what I'm saying is, be nice to the people, because they're having a hard time as well. Tip your waiters, tip your servers, tip your bartenders, tip me, as far as that goes. Go to the virtual tip jar at tikiking.com/booze. Throw in a few dollars. Maybe I'll put an extra shot in your drink. Which actually we did. I can't name the place or the waiter because it could cause trouble. But if you're good to your waiters, we've had more than an occasion where I get a drink and go, and the bartender goes, gave it a little extra love. And it's like, yeah, because you know us, because we're going to be good to each other. And because he knows I'm not going to go, hey, what does this have, booze in it or what? Because that doesn't help anybody. Or you can just stay home and stuff a whole bottle of 151 into a margarita and call it a party. Mm-hmm. But other than that, producer Maggie's over there going, can we end it? She's got her finger on the button. Can we stop now? Other than that, what have we been doing? Well, we just did the virtual Scottish Festival a little while ago. There's a thing in the works, theoretically. We might be doing another broadcasty kind of thing. We'll keep you posted if that happens. I have been threatening to do a ukulele concert, which may have special guests helping me out with the musical endeavors. Maybe we should go do live from Todd's house and just do punk rock and PBR all night long, which would be fun, I think. We just set the camera up and let it roll. And those who are brave enough to stay on may hear more swearing per sentence than pretty much anywhere except maybe in one of those old Andy Warhol Dracula movies. I don't know, it's hard to say. But if we do, we'll let you know with a warning at the beginning. So as I always say, if you have a drink you want to see me make, if you have your special favorite drink that you would like to share with the crowd, if there's a drink you've never tried but you've always wanted to, send it to me. Let me know, because I'm always looking for drink suggestions to, see what goes on. And I'm always, I can all day long just, make up my own stuff. And now and then I do. But it is fun if there's something that's kind of obscure but good, not weird and icky, but obscure and good. Always excited about doing that on the show. if there's some, like I said, some famous or secret, semi-secret recipe, send it to me and we'll share. We'll share alike. And it'd be fun. It'd be fun. The more people, because also the more people we can get actually creating drinks. I think anyway. I think it'd be a whole lot of fun to have a whole bunch of people all making the drinks at the same time, and then in the comments you guys can go back and forth and talk about stuff. Also, once this nonsense, Corona nonsense is over, we're probably going to do another live audience stream because that was a lot of fun. We had a good time doing that. Either, once again, from the Boozeketeer here in Salt Lake City, where you can get everything you need for making fine cocktails except for the booze. The Boozeketeer is located at right here in Salt Lake City. We're gonna dub that in later. Go down there, tell Ivy that Tiki King sent you, and buy a bunch of stuff and slip her a $5 because she's nice. Well, we've come to the end of my drink. You know what that means. No, I'm not going to make another one because if I drink 8 ounces of booze in a half an hour, it'll just be like the olden days. And then I have to time travel. And then what if I don't end up in the right place? Then who's to blame? Me? You? Who? I don't know. Well, there we go, Boozeketeers. That is episode 118. 118 episodes. Yeah! Captain Boozenannas is all about it. Sorry, I've been sorely lacking on uploading them to YouTube. I think we only have up to 105 or 6 up there now. I'm way behind. I have to upload them. I'm going to be trying to do that shortly. So if you've been binging and wondering what happens next, well, what can I do? So there you go. Visit the places, do the things. And until next time, Boozeketeers, until next week, hopefully. You never know. Sometimes we're out on the road, we sometimes just drive off into the desert and hope to find rocks, which you'd think is simple, but big ones. We want to find huge rocks, gigantic, huge stones with holes in them that we can go inside for like a mile. But sometimes Tuesday nights where we find ourselves traveling through the desert and unable to find a sufficient signal to do the show. So sometimes it'll be sporadic, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is thanks for coming in here on Tuesday night, joining me. Hopefully I'll see you next Tuesday night or next time the show airs. And until then, I'm Tiki King. You're the Boozeketeers. Good night and good drinking.